What's so great about BFD2? Aesthetics. So one of the things I really like about BFD2 are the realistic images that are provided with every kit piece. Now I'm not sure how many of you have actually played real acoustic drums, but it's definitely something anyone who's a musician or sound engineer should do. Playing drums can really be an experience, and not just a purely audio experience. It's also a very visual experience. If you've ever been behind a drum kit, the things you're seeing when you're looking at the drum kit, you're seeing the chrome of the stands, you're seeing the bronze, the brass color of the cymbals, you're seeing the heads of the drums, all the different colors and textures of drum heads that each drum may have on it. When you're looking down at the toms, and on my drum kits I always have aquarian heads on it with a power dot, and they're clear heads. So when you're looking down on the toms, you're seeing through the head into the actual wood grain of the drum. You're seeing wear on the heads, like on a textured snare drum head, or maybe you're seeing wear on some of the cymbals. You're seeing the shine and the gloss of the body of the drum kit. And the guys at FXpansion have really captured that immersive quality of playing drums and really ported that over to software. So if we look here at our kit pieces, look at these drums, we see realistic images of our drums. We're seeing the drum head. This DW tom has a clear drum head. We can see through to the wood grain on the inside. This Fibes mid tom, we're seeing the hoops and the lugs and the shine and the chrome on those. All of this that may seem inconsequential to some people is really something that I think makes the virtual drumming experience more immersive, more real, more inspiring when you're creating and crafting your song, your drum grooves, your drum beats, etc. Look here at some snares. We can see the differences in the snare heads. On this Brady snare, we can see there's wear on the actual snare head. It's things like that that can take your virtual drumming experience into a more realistic direction. So I think the guys at FXpansion have done a great job at sort of providing the virtual drummer world with sort of the same inspirations, the sights, the textures that you would get on an actual acoustic kit, and ported that over into the virtual world very well. Of course, none of this is going to help any application sound better. If there was an application that sounded absolutely horrible, but it had great graphics, I don't think anybody would buy it. But with all the big players in the drum world today, quite honestly, all of them sound good. What can set them apart, though, is how they implement things. And one of those things is realistic graphics, in my opinion. Something I'd love to see in further versions of BFD is a more realistic kit view page where the drum you choose would actually change the color of the actual drums you're using. Something that would be really cool is if they would allow you to skin the GUI yourself. Maybe just choose from some preset colors and paints and lacquers for each of your drums, so when you're making your kits you can really make them your own. Also, of course, it'd be really cool if we had more realistic cymbals in the actual kit view. So while I do understand when some people say that graphics don't really matter that much, it's about the sounds, and it is about the sounds, but I think that's really setting up a false choice. Computing power is getting cheaper and cheaper, and I don't see any reason why we would have to choose between something that sounds good and something that looks good, something that can be inspiring and immersive at the same time. It's really great when you're choosing a kit piece and you're looking through all these realistic images of drums, and it really gives you that feeling of setting up a real drum kit in a room that you're going to mic up later. This was a really good choice for FXpansion to make, and I hope they keep it and expand upon it in further versions. So what's so great about BFD2? Well, in my opinion, it's the aesthetics. They've done a real good job at implementing realistic images, and that goes to help tie in the virtual drumming experience into something that's more realistic, more inspiring, more immersive.